From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to throw here. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
64.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 1. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. He'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
At their own 24-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Trubisky will throw, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. from 6 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of the ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farland. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right there, 56. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got Burton here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And the Bears will get the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now back to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he finds Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Looking to throw, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 27 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check three, check three, check three.
Second and 10. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
I'm playing with the Bears. Just so you know.
Impressed. Aren't we both? Yeah. I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Just put my real name in, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. He's got to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop the throw.
Come on, what the?
It's intercepted.
That's what I'm saying, son. He didn't attempt to look for the fucking ball, son.
Midfield strike. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is the guys live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Running with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack. And the Bears
I just told her to get the stuff that we normally use and get some of that breakfast Jimmy Dean sausage. Yeah, I got something planned for that with the nachos. Yes, Deshaun, to answer your question before you ask the question, yes, you about to get some more of that crack.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And
I thought you were about to throw the triangle.
He stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Quarterback was on that route, dude. Oh, he got that bit some skin in his teeth.
He'll look to throw. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's when he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Why you do that? He knows
got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, you fucking down bad.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it.
Oh!
To throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Wow, son.
Was the call spot on?
I'm going to play my shit smart.
Execution of that defense right there. The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys
It's a game, though. That's all that matters. I'm trying to make it a game. I ain't trying to see if they young people can get blowout.
Yeah, that didn't handle it. Wow,
not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And a fair catch.
That's why I said,
taken successfully.
What you do to that girl, son? She was asking questions.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive,
she's probably down the top of the piston right now.
Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls
screen pass,
and they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
No, sir.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw here.
Yeah,
And this
drop
will be
that shit.
incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll set up to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
That should have been a face
This
mask.
one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This quarterback now, 11 of 16 through the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
That's a linebacker, son. I wasn't expecting him to go through it.
222. Thomas, the intended target. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
That nigga didn't see that run.
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I
said
think
what?
he's doing okay.
I'm saying I found the car faster than yours.
Which one? Which car, though? Which one of my
This
cars?
offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's
I
going
doubt that,
around,
son.
not just in the huddle, but
I
looking
doubt
over
that.
the bench and saying,
Doubt it?
ball, give me
Because
the
the car
ball.
that I bought,
Let me carry this thing home.
I bought it
So how about
at
that
400
chain
plus.
mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first
So
and 10.
that's the fast. I actually bought like the fastest car on the game.
He'll look to throw.
Stop, stop.
What the fuck?
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a
That
pick.
nigga had that in his son.
Go to the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. as
Oh,
a
that
rookie
nigga
QB
ran up and
went
took it
racing
out of my
to the
nigga
rim.
hand, son.
Understand this.
man, no
You
way.
saw zone in
He
college.
did stick your
and the
ass.
defensive
He didn't
backs
hit stick me, son.
They don't react like
He
they
did
do
not
on this
hit
level.
stick me.
So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll
When-
react at
when
least
the
a half
other
a second
person
faster.
put
You
his
got to
shoulder
know
into you,
where
son,
you want to go with the
that's
ball
instinct,
and be
son.
decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Line of scrimmage, the
he is
31 now
inside.
on first and 10. Camara.
Yeah, two
The
niggas
Oklahoma
got
two
that
positions.
nigga
Khalil
came.
Mack there to
But
make
that
the
nigga
stop.
had wrapped him around.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Really, all I had to do is keep him from scoring and score.
Trying to get one
That's
more
it.
in here before the quarter breaks.
Yep, and take the lead. Nothing gonna come on.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third.
Hey, yellow, boy. Rookie can have all that little
That nigga, he ain't gonna start hurting this though. Watch.
National Football League on EA Sports.
I nigga just told that boy, welcome to the NFL, bitch.
Real shit.
By saying that shit. Boy, nigga fucked over Reggie
Six for
for so
six
bad.
is
This
coming
shit
back
was
out of the locker room. It's
going
first and 10. Back to Paul. That's to his running
Still
back.
got that shit up.
And he takes this one down. Goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch hit for 8 yards.
When the Saints say them again,
on the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Run down some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out. Right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Say it right there.
You know, on the Russians is we lose this match for real.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got it. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle and inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
That right there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Nah, boy. Yo, you want to see some hits? Go to Lawrence Taylor. And the Browns do the end.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does
He
that
wasn't
change?
ready.
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence.
He wasn't ready.
He's going to go down.
Oh, son, that's bullshit.
7-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No,
Gotta
son.
assume this defense
Yeah, I
will be
agree with you on
charging
that.
again
But
here.
I hit the
2nd
fucking
and
button for him
15.
to throw the ball, son.
I hope Cam does.
2nd and 15.
I'm going to get in there.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Say yellow. Apple said, no, nigga. You ain't trading me.
His guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Get a 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Yo. What up, Padre? I'm at the house already.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Bengals? Bengals be hitting too, boy.
I forgot y'all had a game today. Yeah, I'm at the house. I'm headed to the house. I caught the bus.
The kidder here is complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I forgot they had a game
2
today.
yards, good enough for a first.
That was kind of great.
Mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle, and hands it is tight end complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. They'll look to throw here. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation.
Now
Tough to have it all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for my partner,
good game,
Charles
my boy.
Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I'm about to go do the same thing. But I'm going to hit you back in a minute. That nigga fucking Dwayne calling me now. Alright. Did I say Poussey? What's hand? Yeah, it was, son. That was a good fucking... I can't even be mad at that loss, son. I can't. Because we both played like a motherfucker in that game, son.
What up, Dwayne?
Look, that nigga Corey say, what's ham, son?
Oh, happy belated birthday, bro.
Taking that L with a smile, son. Like real... Oh, yeah, fucking right, son. But look. One of them plays I fucked up. On offense, I fucked up big. That's how he picked me off. But, like I said, I can't complain about it because it was too much of a defensive game. That game was more defense than offense if you think about it.
Yeah, but shit, I'm about to have fast stuff. We're about to be broadcasting up here.
Oh yeah, hands down, son. You already know. I'm about to... Oh, that gives me a chance to see what picks I get for the fucking,
I gotta play fucking Toronto, huh?
Ah! So who yellow play next? That nigga got 3 points. Oh, well, hold on. I'm about to cut the broadcast off on mine. I'm over here upgrading my players. Hold up. Matter of fact, let me do this.
So I gotta play you around too.